One. Uh,
Kathy and Kitty here to say pop culture fun in every way. Music, TV, movies. Kathy and Kitty here to say pop culture fun in every way. Music, TV, movies, oh so bright. Join us for a blast tonight. Sister and brother rocking the flow, sharing all the things you need to know. Kathy and Kitty always in the mix. Pop culture fun fix to fix. Pop culture kids podcast crew. Tune in and let the topics move. Kathy and Kitty make it fun. Pop culture talk for everyone. It's for everyone. I brought some for everyone. Pop culture kids podcast crew. Tune in and let the topics move. Kathy and Kitty make it fun. Pop culture talk for everyone.
all right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We didn't get our usual opening because the files are not here. We are in a very different space today. So let's get our correct screen going and just say, welcome to Kathy and Kenny explaining pop culture kids. Hello, Kenny, my brother. I gotta move out so the camera
Okay.
focuses
I don't
on
even
you.
know if I'm on. I can't even see. I usually can see it today.
Well, if you silence yourself, you could put it on the YouTube channel.
Okay.
You could actually watch
right.
live on the YouTube channel.
I'll do that.
And hopefully you can hear us. We are broadcasting. Usually we're from the north and the south, North Carolina. Make sure we put it on mute. Usually we are on the you know what? We're coming to you live from the dinner table because we're talking about dinner table scenes in movies, but usually we come to you from the north and the south, me from North Carolina, Kenny from South Jersey, but through the magic of driving 500 miles, I'm here and we're live, but we are, I don't know, we're just playing around with the medium and making it look a little different for you today. So I'm trying to find my comments window because Kenny evidently can't see anything. But if you bring the YouTube page up, you can follow along. Just make sure you hit silent so you can't silent.
I will.
So go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I have a little pop culture fashion bone to pick today.
Pop culture fashion bone.
We don't do a lot of
did
fashion.
Did you not like the outfits at the Oscars?
No, it's not that. It's not that. I don't care about these $100, $1,000 outfits they wear at the Oscars. I really could care less. You know, when I get rich and famous, and I'm at the Oscars or the Grammys, I'm wearing Walmart clothes. That's what I'm doing.
All right.
I'm going to go to a garage sale. I'm going to thrift shop for my clothes to the award shows. But in any event, in shopping this weekend, you know who I want to beat up? I want to beat up the guy who came up with slim fit pants. Who does that? Who wears those? Regular regular men can't wear slim fit. I can't fit in slim fit. I see a pair of pants I like, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try these on. Then I look at the tag and it's slim fit. What about my leg says slim and fit? I don't understand it. But that's my. I was shopping the other day, and that was my beef because I was trying to find purple pants to go with, so I could wear to the Prince show, the 40th anniversary showing of the Prince movie that I went to last week.
So you went to the 40th anniversary of the Prince movie. How was it?
It was Purple Rain. You saw it. You know, I've seen it millions of times.
Well, no.
But the experience of having all the other people around me that were Prince fans, and everybody wearing their purple, everybody wearing the Purple Rain. Yeah, and we waved the phone. My mom over, we waved the phone back and forth when Purple Rain was on with the light on and everything like that. So it was an experience. You know, it was fun.
All right.
I had my purple hat that I showed you last week.
Okay, yeah, I did see the purple hat. It was quite interesting.
I got compliments on the hat. I got compliments on my whole look.
It was lavender.
It's purple lavender, same thing, Mom, same thing. So we don't really have any pop culture news for today because really nothing big happened in pop culture news. Everybody knows about the Oscars. And all you need to know about pop culture news is the rich people are still rich and doing rich people things. Movies are still playing. Actors are still acting. Writers are still writing. Comedy is still semi-funny.
Thanks for those insights. You know what? I actually, on film, have to turn this way. Because if I actually look at you, I'm not looking at you. And if I get too close to you, the continuity camera will start picking me up, and we were doing these two separate frames. But tonight we are going to talk about, why don't you tell them, Kenny, what we are going to talk about?
Tonight we're going to be talking about movies with famous dinner scenes. Now, keep in mind that we only have an hour.
You always say that.
We only have an hour. So if you have a favorite movie dinner scene, let me know. I know Lisa sent me one earlier and I didn't get a chance to look at it. Earlier. But Lisa did send me one, my cousin Lisa, and I appreciate you for doing that. But I had a busy day. I didn't get a chance to check it out. I think she did it yesterday. Was it today? I don't know. The days kind of run in, especially on the weekend. Anyway.
Oh, okay. I know. I'm trying to get Mommy connected with the show.
Okay. All right. Make sure. Let me know. Send me a text if you can hear us. Make sure you can hear us and everything's coming across really well. But anyway, we're going to talk about movie dinner scenes and all the different movie dinner scenes that I made the list personally. Now, I'm going to tell you what. On every list that I saw when people made a list of movie dinner scenes, some of the movies that I have on my list were not in the main list. And believe it or not, our number one was not in a lot of lists.
And again, you say our number one, your number one, not in the list, but okay. Lisa actually saying, hey, Lisa is saying she sent it yesterday. We actually, and I know you can't see it, all you see is our heads, but we decided to do the show from the dinner table. Usually when I'm here, we're doing it upstairs from Kenny's lair, but because it was dinner movie scenes, we were at the dinner table with very delicious dinner.
We kind of should have showed the dinner. We kind of could have panned the camera out and showed the dinner.
Okay, I mean, I probably can before we're done.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
You know, I'm like, but people don't want to see, you know, where you just ate and dirty dishes.
Yeah. Well,
so no. But a lot of movies had like great dinner scenes. So what we've done, or actually what I've done, is placed the scenes in some of the movies that we're going to talk about today in the description. So, and I know most of the scenes are like less than 5 minutes. So if you need to open up another tab while we're talking about these scenes and watch them, by all means do, because some of these things are just hysterical. We were watching a bunch of them before dinner.
You can wait till we done and then watch them. You can do that too.
Yeah, that's an option. That's an option. Uh, and Lisa says she was watching Purple Rain for the 400th time.
There's never
with Angel Betty.
Yeah, there's never too many times you can watch Purple Rain.
I guess that movie is like 35 years old. Is that right? Or is it
40?
40. Oh, 40. Wow. That's just
40 years old.
40 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because that's so after I graduated, and I graduated 40 years ago.
Wow.
So yeah, it's 40. I know. I graduated 40 years. Our mom's here, and she's at the table with us at the dinner table, and
but she doesn't want to be on camera.
She doesn't want to be on camera. Well, why don't you want to be on camera, Mom?
I don't want to be on camera.
Okay. Mom doesn't want to be on camera.
You know? And I guess our father disappeared completely.
Yeah. We do the show, but apparently our mom's a diva, so I guess we didn't pay her enough.
Exactly.
Y'all ain't paying.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, we ain't paying. Money's tight.
To be paid to be on camera.
We're your kids, though.
That'll cost you.
We're your kids, though.
My agent says I need to be paid.
Her agent says she needs to be paid.
No agent.
Oh, you know what? That's one I don't think we got in the mix from Rocky Horror Picture Show. So, Kenny, why don't you get our list started off?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I do have it on. Rocky Horror Picture Show was an honorable mention. You know what I didn't put on the list that I thought would be a good honorable mention? I don't know. I'm a big fan of this movie. Porky's 1 and Porky's 2. Porky's 2, she goes to dinner with the senator, and she makes a big deal and embarrasses him and makes him look bad and takes pictures. So he's, and then also the end of Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle, where they finally get to White Castle and they're eating all the White Castle burgers. That we'll put on there. But we're going to start off on our list with Moonstruck.
Lisa is sending you her love, and because she's listening. Moonstruck. Oh, and you know what? I think I didn't put a link for Moonstruck, and that again, my bad, because there were several scenes that took place at the table, and I know Olympia Dukakis was just like chewing scenery, so she just had some of the best lines in that movie.
I want you to stop saying her. Okay.
If I were you, I wouldn't take any long trips.
So confused. The old guy there is so confused because he uses.
There's a lot of funny moments.
Yeah, a great cast. Danny Aiello, Cher, Nicolas Cage.
Snap out of it.
Yeah, Olivia Dukakis. It's a great.
And I don't know. Do we have the year for that? Oh, you didn't give me the years for some of these.
Because we just
okay for some of these, but Moonstruck, and I know it was have to be like early 90s, because it was filmed in Brooklyn Heights, and at the time, my first year living in New York City, I actually lived in Brooklyn Heights, because that apartment, Teresa's apartment that we were all sharing, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 of us in a 1-bedroom apartment. It was tight. Was in
funky. Seattle's kind of like it was funky too.
in Brooklyn Heights, and that's where they shot a lot of that movie. Kelly, hey Kelly, how are you? Kelly Van Rijn is saying Christmas Vacation and Home Alone are 2 that come to mind. And
there was a dinner scene in Home Alone.
And again, we were trying to grab some classic dinner scenes. Juanita, how are you? Miss Smalls is in the house. Hey.
I didn't. I'm gonna tell you the reason I didn't put Christmas Vacation, because that came up on everybody's list. Mm-hmm. I don't like Chevy Chase.
You don't like him?
I don't like Chevy Chase.
I mean, yeah.
So I didn't put it. You know.
Okay. I hear you.
Next on our list is a movie called The Campaign. Now, I've never seen this movie, but there is a clip that plays around the dinner scene in The Campaign where the father tells them that, look, we're there's going to be a lot of media around us for the campaign, and I'm not going to be mad. I want everybody to, any secrets you got, I need you to tell the truth. I'm not going to be mad. And they go around the table, and they got 2 sons, and the 2 sons say the wildest things that they've done that they know their father would be mad about. And some of this was just like, who is watching these kids? Because the one shaved the dog,
Shave the hair on the
shaved the
dog.
head of the dog, and put it and made it his own pubic hairs because he wanted to look like a man. So that was yeah, that was one of them. And then as the boys kept confessing back and forth, the mother finally goes, I pleased myself to Drew Carey from The Price is Right. And it's
Well, and actually, the clip that I linked was directly from the film studio who released this movie, and I think Will Ferrell is in it. And oh God, what's the guy's name? I can't think of his name. You've seen him in a bunch of different things, but anyway, they do dueling dinner scenes. So it's the scene that we watched earlier with the kids making all these confessions, as well as Will Ferrell, who I guess is his opponent in this campaign, talking to his kids and almost doing the opposite, making these confessions. So there is a scene linked in our description of that scene, that dinner scene in the movie. The campaign, and I never saw that movie, so that might be one to check out. If you have checked it out, let us know in the comments. Again, it's called The Campaign. And next up on the list, Kenny,
is Hook. Now Hook, we had to put a kids movie in here.
why?
Because,
I mean, you're saying we have to,
because it's
like-
there was another one I almost put in here that I didn't, and it was The Incredibles. There was a dinner scene in the first Incredibles movie that everybody knows about. But in Hook, they bring Pam back. They bring adult Pam back. The boys bring him back, and he doesn't remember being the Pan. He doesn't remember, and he didn't know how to play with them because he was hungry, and they all put food out, but it's imaginary food, and they all eat imaginary food. Now, I don't know why back when this movie was made, we had more women groups protested this because apparently these kids were starving because they eat imaginary food the whole time. I don't know. I can't imagine ribs would be full. But still, he gets into an arguing match with Rufio back and forth, and they start calling each other names. And, at first, Robin Williams does a horrible job of calling them. Then he starts doing better at calling names, and then he starts getting everybody on his side against Rufio, and then all of a sudden, he imagines the food because now he's playing with them and he's joking with them, and he throws food on Rufio's face, and now they have a big, humongous food fight.
So Kelly's saying pretend food, bangarang. I thought I had that comment coming up.
Bangarang.
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 For some reason, my comments are not showing up at all. Oh, there it is. There you go.
The only bad part about it is in that movie, if you haven't seen it, I'm gonna spoil it. Spoiler alert: they killed Rufio. That was kind of disappointing because Rufio and Pan and finally they were at odds with each other the whole movie, and then at the end they finally buddied up and they became buddies and they went to fight together, and then they kill him.
You know what? I've actually seen that movie, and I don't even remember that.
Yeah, well, I do, because they killed Rufio. And then,
I'm sorry. You can't read the comments, but I'll read them to you because Juanita is saying Pulp Fiction, and I'm not sure which dinner scene she's talking about in there. Mrs. Doubtfire, there was a good dinner scene in there.
When the teeth fall out.
Goodfellas, we'll talk about.
We'll get there.
But Django Unchained.
I'm not a big fan of Django Unchained. That's why I didn't use that one. I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of Django Unchained. I don't know why. I'm just not.
I actually, again, not my favorite Tarantino movie. I thought for what it was, I enjoyed it. And I don't know.
Okay.
I think it had, and again, if you get past the whole Tarantino, I want to take you back to the 70s blood, gore, and cursing and stuff. At the heart of it, I thought it was a good movie. Now, again, not his best. His best was the one with Brad Pitt, and when they were in was it the war one? I can't think of the name of it, but that one was actually pretty good. Actually, it takes war to bring out the best in some of these directors because Miracle at St. Anne's to me was one of Spike Lee's best. And actually, well, I did like Malcolm X, except for when that damn dolly shot happened. Damn it, damn. He makes me want to do a Florida Evans because he always sneaks that dolly shot in there.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I watch your mom give you a look.
I know.
And
I'm
Mom
on a
is like, what are you
tangent.
talking about? And I'm like, and Mom, I'm gonna tell you, Kathy does this all the time. She will go off on a tangent that has nothing to do with what we're talking about, and I just let her keep going. I just sit there.
I know.
I let it go. I let it go.
You know what?
Next we have
Some days I have to have my tangent. Okay, some days. Wait. And right now I have to have my moment. So I'm going to take a second. Sorry, no picture of me, but here's a picture of me to thank you guys who are hanging out with us on a Sunday night as we talk some famous movie dinner scenes. If you want to see the scenes we're talking about, they are linked in the description of this video. But we thank you for being here. You can hang out with us some more if you are in a market that gets Who's Got Next radio. You can see us as well as checking out our website, Kathy and Kenny, all one word, kathyandkenny.com, to learn more about the podcast, to read our weekly blogs when we actually write a weekly blog. And even now, if you're watching, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on YouTube, do all the cool YouTube-y things like liking and subscribing. And again, I don't know if Facebook will show you all the links, but if you are watching us, Pop Culture Kids on YouTube, you can see links to the dinner scenes and the movies that we are talking about today. So thank you for indulging me. All right, you're back on.
okay. So next we have Boomerang. Now Boomerang actually had two dinner scenes in it. The first dinner scene.
Bang, bang, bang! Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. You know what? I miss John Witherspoon. Cause
You know why? Bang, 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 bang,
Oh.
bang, bang.
You know why I miss him? Because he knew how to coordinate.
Coordinate. See, I was stopping you think I stopped at the mushroom shirt. Yeah, I stopped at the mushroom. Yeah, I got a mushroom belt. You thought I stopped at the mushroom belt. But then in the look on the side. Ta-da!
Got a
Mushroom
coordinate.
jacket. Gerard, do you know your father has mushrooms on the inside of his jacket? I know. So that scene, and that's the dinner scene where Marcus is, totally in love with the Robin Givens character, and she kind of took his player card from him, and Witherspoon was getting on. The guy that plays his son and what's it, Halle Berry, who plays Angela. Nice pick, Julian. We're just friends. Oh, leave it alone. Change the subject. All right, we'll change the subject. Hey, Marcus, heard the woman at the office got you Pete whipped. And then everybody says, oh. What you do is with that Pete. Bang, 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 bang. So that's it. And the other scene is with Grace Jones and Eddie Murphy. And they go to dinner to talk business with Robin Givens. Robin Givens goes to the bathroom, and Grace Jones makes a pass at Eddie Murphy. And Grace Jones' character is this like really extravagant models, kind of like in the situation of the personality that you would know Grace Jones was being wild and everything. And she says, and she puts her feet up on the table and says, "You turn down this, nobody can turn down this." This is, and it's just very. And she says the P word, and she's looking, and she says it real loud in the restaurant. He goes, "We're looking for our cat," and then that's So.
Okay, I didn't watch that one. The next scene, I actually started to watch it, and this is a movie to me that has not aged well. So I don't know why you included it on our list.
Because it hasn't aged well.
What?
I included this on the list because it has not aged well.
All right. Well, you can talk about this because
Okay,
I'm out on this one.
Soul Man is a movie that was done back in the 80s, and it is not politically correct at all. It is not a correct movie. It's basically a movie with C. Thomas Howell, kind of sort of wearing blackface because he kind of tanned himself.
Kind of, sort of.
Yeah, well, he's wearing black. He tanned himself so he can play a black student, so he can get into a school, kind of like equal opportunity thing. And he got this grant. He got in. He falls in love with Ray Dong Chung, who, like back in the '80s, who wouldn't? And James Earl Jones was his teacher, was one of his professors. At the end, he finally gets caught, and they realize that he really is a white guy. But and the reason I put this on is because the conversation he had with James Earl Jones was very deep because he goes, James Earl Jones says, you know, I guess now you know what it's like to be black. And the guy, and C. Thomas Howell goes, no, I don't. And James goes, well, what do you mean? He goes, well, if I didn't like it, I could easily get out. So I don't know what it's like. And that was a deep part of that movie. This guy, knowing he did wrong and saying, like, you know, and appreciating, you know, black people more, I guess, than what he did before. But the dinner scene is the young lady that he winds up meeting, one of the young ladies he meets in high school, in college rather, who only wants to date him because he is black, takes him home. The father's at the table, and every stereotype you can name, he's looking at the character, and the character's sitting there with, like, you know, a black guy that looks like a white guy, if you want to say, and kind of like looking real neat and preppy, but you know, all the father saw was like just straight stereotype, and all the mother saw when she looked at him was like a straight stereotype. So that's kind of why I put that in there, because this movie does kind of give a good definition of racism.
Okay. Soul Man, watch it, don't watch it. I don't know how that movie scene plays out. I think I linked it in the description, but Kenny makes the list. I'm just here for the visuals.
Next we have Life.
Now this was funny.
Life is a movie with Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence. They wind up going to jail for something they really didn't do, and they're pretty much for life. Because I've seen clips, I've never seen the whole movie of Life, and I hear that's one of the things that, you know, they can take away your black card for not seeing Life, but I've never seen all of Life.
Seen it.
Yeah. Well, I guess none of
I
us have
still
seen all
have
Life.
my black card.
Well, okay, Mom, don't. My mom's getting hot now because she never seen Life, and she's daring you to come over here and get a black card. FAFO. So in Life, there's a scene where they're at the, you know, dinner for the first time, and they're meeting all the other guards, and the big guy at the table go to Martin Lawrence, "You gonna eat your cornbread?" And from there it goes on because, you know, Eddie Murphy's telling Martin Lawrence like, "Hey, here, take my cornbread," and Eddie Murphy's like, "No, you can't let him have your cornbread. You're going to be ironing his underwear and clipping his toenails. You keep letting him have the cornbread." And there's a whole big thing about cornbread. And then the guy says to Eddie Murphy, "I guess I'll take your cornbread." And Eddie Murphy, "I wish you would, you know, take my cornbread. If you think about my cornbread, you better get the taste out your mouth." And the guy Eddie Murphy winds up fighting the big guy for his cornbread. And the big guy whoops his butt. And as the big guy's kind of unconscious Eddie Murphy, he wakes up, he looks at Martin Lawrence and goes, "He still didn't get my cornbread." So, Life, that dinner scene. The next one is Who Made the Potato Salad? This is another movie I haven't seen, but this clip is very popular.
I tried to watch this whole movie. I was trying to watch.
It's like a Tubi movie, isn't it?
I think you can watch the whole movie on YouTube. It's called Who Made the Potato Salad, and it's one of those movies that it's a B movie. It might even be a C movie. Yet you'll recognize some of these people in here, like I know. Well, I'm see, we're not used to having a live studio audience.
No, we're not. Our mother and our father is here. Neither one
Our
of them
parents
know
are
that.
here watching us do the show, and you know they're chiming in. "Hey, Scooby Life,
Scooby Life, what's up?"
They're chiming in. So it's like we have a peanut gallery, and I can't put the camera on them, but you can probably hear them in the background. But in any case, you'll recognize some of the people like Jaleel White, and I think most people, you might not know that name, but you will know Urkel.
One E for the language.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. You do need a warning for the language because there's a lot of inappropriate
I'm gonna
language.
say something right now. Usually when we do this, our parents aren't in the room, so we don't get no warnings for no language. But my 80-something-year-old mom is here, and she's telling you warning for the language.
80-something, 81.
I didn't want to give out your whole age.
Yeah, well, he might have.
80-something sound like.
Like it could be more than just 81, man. Okay. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
But
All right.
like I said, I put links in the description so you can check it out. But it's the movie's called "Who Made the Potato Salad," and yes, you'll recognize folks like Jaleel White, and then again, like a lot of the actors, you'll recognize. I think Eddie Griffin is in it as well. I'm looking at some of the credits. And when you see Ella Joyce, that's who I couldn't think of. Ella Joyce, because she used to be on Rock.
Right.
So she was in it. Tom
Yeah,
Lester.
I love her rock. Yeah.
Right.
Don't mind me.
Okay.
How you do it?
Don't mind me.
Anyway, so, but who made the potato salad? Like I said, in the description, if you're watching us on YouTube, I actually linked on YouTube people who posted parts of these scenes, some from the studio, some from the actual movie. So you could check it out. But you know what? That who made the potato salad one, you gotta you gotta watch that. Because you know that's a question people have asked.
Yes. It's a line in the movie actually where he said, "Oh, who made?" Because he's trying to like he meeting his family and he's trying to like kiss everybody's butt. Oh, that looks good. That looks good. And the grandmother feeds ham up his mouth, and the man said he don't eat no pork. And they told him a little bit ain't going to help you, ain't going to hurt you. So they put it on. But anyway, he goes, "Oh wow, potato salad is my favorite. Who made potato salad?" And that's when he got cursed out. That's when he knew he messed up. Because everybody dropped their forks and said, "Oh, man.
Why'd you say that?
Man, come on." And he asked who made the potato salad. And what's her name? Mookie, she wanted cussing him out.
You don't ask who.
We go to fast food restaurant. You don't ask who on fries, do you? When you go to Waffle House, you don't ask who's grilling the waffles, do you? Put someone on your punk ass plate. Yeah, see. So
It gets out of hand very fast. But that is who, and like I said, there are descriptions in the, oh gosh, in the description there are links to these shows.
yeah. So next we got Goodfellas. And you can't have a dinner scene show like this. We talk about this, you don't talk about a mob movie. Because in every mob movie, there's a dinner scene.
Yeah.
Now, I know there was a famous dinner scene in The Godfather. I've seen Godfather so long ago. And one of the best things I remember about Godfather is when Abe Vigoda had to die. And he said, "Hey, Mike, remember when we..." And Mike's just looking at him like,
I don't remember.
"Can't help you, man." So, but anyway, not The Godfather, but Goodfellas. Goodfellas, I used a dinner scene where this guy insulted. Who's the guy? Was not funny to you? What's that?
Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci. Joe Pesci's character. So he insulted Joe Pesci. Then that character in that movie was very crazy. He killed him. So they had to bury the body. So they got the body in the trunk of the car. And Joe Pesci says, "I got a shovel at my mom's house and stopped by the mom's house." They stopped by the mom's house. And it's an Italian mom, and he comes home with his two friends, and she decides she's going to feed them. And then, no, we're not hungry, but she feeds them. So the whole scene is them eating and getting all his food, and him looking at his mom and saying, "Mom, can I take this knife with me? I'm going to take this knife with me." And this is big knife he's going to take with him, probably to cut the body up so he can whatever. But in any event, the shot pans from them at the table eating and pans out to the car, to the trunk, because there's a dead body in there, and they just sitting there having dinner. So, in Goodfellas fashion.
You keep turning to look at me, but
I
actually
know,
we're on the opposite way on
yeah,
the.
I gotta look this way to look
Right.
at you. Yeah.
to make it look like we're actually
Yeah,
talking.
yeah, we gotta look away from this.
The magic
the
of
magic of
video.
I gotta get used to it. Next we have
Oh, but before that, Juanita is saying Redemption with Jason Statham, and I can't say his name correctly, but I've never seen a Jason Statham movie, so yikes. And okay, you could take my pop culture card. Chinese mafia restaurant scene, so that might be one to check out. I've never seen it, but have you seen Redemption with Jason?
I've not seen Redemption.
You've not seen
I gotta look
Redemption.
this way to say that. I've not seen Redemption.
You've not seen Redemption.
I've not seen it.
You know what's funny? Because we're doing this, and we're doing this for the video, but my mother's looking at me like we're kind of crazy when we realize that
We are.
the way the video is facing. Like I could flip the two screens. Oh, why didn't I do that? I didn't even think
I
of
don't know
that.
why you didn't do that. So
I'm like so stupid. Who you calling stupid? I'm like so stupid. So,
okay, flip the screens. So next on our list is.
but I have our names on there, and
Well, if they can't tell that I'm Kenny and you Kathy, then they got bigger problems than watching our YouTube
So,
channel, okay? They got more problems than watching our YouTube channel. They can't tell which one of us is which one of us is Kenny, which one. I know we look alike a little bit, but
okay. I'm sorry. I'm trying to, and you know, usually I have my stream deck. I have all the things,
It's
and
okay.
I don't have all the things.
We
But
make-
this
we
is
make-
better because now if you look at me, go ahead and look at me, and I look at you. We're actually on camera in the
We're
right
actually
direction.
looking at- okay.
It only took us a
Alright.
half 45. Like the show's almost over before we realize.
But next we have Why Did I Get Married?
Why?
Why
Did I get married?
Why Did I Get Married? They're sitting around and, you know, it just starts, all the secrets get out. And it's not looking good at all. Everything's coming out on the table.
Cards on the table.
Cards on the table. And Marcus is trying to stop him because he's going to, Marcus, tell him why you had to get the shot. and God, hope you be free, brother. He's like, and so it was a very hostile scene. Because then she looked at him and goes, yeah, I just wait for you. Bang. And I'm like, he said, you just evil, and starts choking her, and they break them up and everything. And then he looks over, what's his name? Looks over his wife, which is Jill Scott, and goes, look, you can have a car, you can have a house, you know, it's a bad neighborhood. I have Julio put bars on it, you know. Come on, talk to me. And all of a sudden, she hit him over the top of the head with a wine bottle, and she looked at the other girl, looked down, I hope you dead. So,
And I'm surprised that made your list because
Yeah, I know.
usually when we're doing the show, I have never met somebody so anti Tyler Perry,
Oh, yeah.
and that's why I'm surprised.
okay.
I'm surprised
For no reason.
okay.
for no good reason.
Think,
Well,
I think that Tyler Perry, number one, does not know how to write black men properly, and number two, I think sometimes he writes is the stuff he puts on movies and TVs is too stereotypical. I think a lot of this stuff is too stereotypical.
sure,
but-
fine, whatever.
Yeah.
But before we go on, Scooby Life is telling me that I have to see the Transporter movies. Is that is that Jason
Stratham, that's Jason Stratham, yes.
Stratham? Okay.
You know what I gotta see? I've never seen.
What have you never seen?
I've never seen any Equalizer movies. Because I
Oh.
watched the TV show. Never seen the movie. I heard. The
Oh,
movie
you
was good.
watched the TV show though.
I love the TV show.
Okay.
It's Queen Latifah, man, the Queen.
The Queen.
I don't care what they say about Queen. Queen Latifah hot. She can get it.
Not your list again. All
And
right.
she's on the list. Queen Latifah's on the list. Look.
Queen Latifah,
Queen
Whoopi
Latifah,
Goldberg.
Whoopi Goldberg, Queen Latifah. They're on the list.
Okay.
Sandra Bernhardt, Janet Jackson.
List.
Next we have
Okay.
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice. Dead.
And I didn't see Beetlejuice 2 for a certain reason, but I'm boycotting the director.
Who
which is
directed it?
The guy who did Batman and is Edward Scissorhands. What's his name?
Edward. Oh wait, Edward Scissorhand.
No, the guy who did Beetlejuice. Who did Beetlejuice? Tim Burton.
Yeah, Tim Burton.
Yeah, I'm boycotting Tim Burton.
Why?
Because Tim Burton has said that he doesn't have a lot of people of color in his scripts because he uses his imagination, and in his imagination, I guess there's no black folks.
Okay. So why you put him on the list?
I put him on a list of people. I put him on my Taylor Swift list.
Okay. Oh, all right. The Tay Tay hate.
Taylor Smith is not like that.
But next we
You
have,
don't like to. Oh, don't.
Yeah, don't
Stay.
get me started on Taylor Swift.
Okay. Oh wait, it's Statham. Okay.
Statham. Yeah, okay.
Statham. Okay. I don't.
But in Beetlejuice, it's a Banana Boat song
Yeah.
where they get taken over by ghosts. They do the
But
they do the banana and then they
And,
dance around the table.
here's the problem with that, and there was a run of that in like, yes, it's a tangent. I'm gonna go on it. Give me a minute, because what was movies like The Big Chill? They did it, and what was the witches movie with Nicole Kidman and Sandra Bernhard? Sandra Bullock. I can't think of the name of it. But anyway, they always had to have this dancing scene. They actually had one in that movie with Jenna Rollins and Sandra Bullock when the girl got beat up. She got into a fight, and they were trying to cheer her up.
I don't know what
You know what movie I'm talking? Hope Floats. But anyway, I had this whole problem with, white folks trying to have rhythm in a movie with a dance scene. And usually it is around a dinner. The Big Chill, they did it. They did it here in this with this Banana Boat song. It's like, stop it. Stop it.
Yeah, because she can't dance.
Okay.
Well, let's not even get into that because I'm having a hard time with all these Kendrick Lamar videos that people are dancing like they did on the Super Bowl, and they're doing a Super Bowl dance, and so when I see a bunch of white women dance to this, I'm like, you really didn't watch the Super Bowl, did you? You didn't get the message. But anyway, next we have the Nutty Professor, Milltown with the Clumps. The first one, Hercules. The first one.
Everybody knows that dinner scene.
Where Jada Pinkett is the love interest, and he takes her to dinner for the first time, and they just farting around the table. The brother's looking at her like, So, and he's just so embarrassed. And then the grandmother says something about him being a virgin or something like that, and it's just very embarrassing. It's like the reason I don't bring women here because I know I'm going to get embarrassed. I know I'm going to get embarrassed. What? I know I'm going to get embarrassed.
Just want to say, there have to be some women for him to bring women around, but I'm just saying. I'm just chiming in, but that's okay. Let's go back to the show. I couldn't help it.
The shade.
The shade.
The shade.
Oh, look, I don't have a purple hat, but I have a purple cup. Purple cup. Okay.
Next we have... Even Mom was sitting there like, get back to the show. Get back. Like, she's looking at me like, would you stop her? Like,
Back to the interstate, Ben Stone. Back to the
Next
interstate.
we have When Harry Met Sally. We all know this famous scene because they redid it for a Super Bowl commercial. But when Harry Met Sally, they're in the diner, they're eating, and he says he's the man, and he can tell when a woman's faking it.
And then she fakes it.
No, you cannot tell, man. Women lie. They lie. So anyway, Sally, Meg Ryan, proceeds to show him how it can be faked, and which was a great scene. And he's just sitting there, and everybody's looking at her, and she's oh. But the capper on it is when Rob Reiner's mother goes, "I'll have what she's having." That's the capper on the whole scene. Mm-hmm. You couldn't do that without her doing that.
No.
So when Harry Met Sally, we're coming to the close on this. We got the last three coming up here. We have.
Oh, this is my favorite one.
Almost Christmas.
I need to see these pictures.
I've never seen the whole movie, but I've seen this scene thousands of times.
The whole movie is worth a good watch. I put it on my family Christmas movie list. There's a bunch of different Christmas movies. Most people know what's the one? Not Last Christmas.
This Christmas.
This Christmas, but Almost Christmas. I think people thought it was a This Christmas knockoff, but I think it's funnier because it features some comedians, some really good performances. But
you got Monique, you got BJ Smooth in there,
Kimberly Elise,
you got Gabrielle Union, you got.
This Christmas was more drama than comedy.
Okay, yeah, well, I like.
But it had
Idris
Elba and
Right.
yes,
okay.
that's a
what?
good
If
thing.
he was a regular trash man on the street, nobody be looking at that, bro.
But he played a musician.
Yeah, okay.
So that just adds to the vibes.
Almost Christmas.
Almost Christmas, but
DJ
Almost Christmas. You got to see the whole movie, Kenny.
Smooth is cheating on his wife, and Gabrielle Union invites the lady he's cheating with to dinner, and he tries to, Smooth tries to get out of it. His character tries to get out of it, and she sees him, and the girl doesn't know what's going on. She doesn't know he has a wife, and she's showing pictures and everything. And they pass the pictures around.
I gotta see them pictures.
When they get the little kids, they stop it and they tell the little kids they gotta go down the basement to finish eating. And the little boy goes, "I need to see these pictures," because he's trying to see the pictures. So it comes down as, he lied and told the girl that he's helping taking care of grandma, and grandma apparently is the gun.
Elba, okay.
Grandma Cheryl.
Grandma Cheryl, yeah.
Grandma Cheryl is evidently the gun, because I guess it was Grandma Cheryl's gun. I don't know. I didn't see the movie.
No. He said he had to go see his grandma named Cheryl, but his wife is named Cheryl.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So when she would get grandma, again, they probably knew she was going to go get a gun. But anyway, the scene is linked down below, so check it out.
So you gotta watch that, and I like the part where he goes, "Did I say anything wrong, baby?" He goes, "You said a lot of things wrong." He's like, "Yeah." Okay, so next we got a classic. This is a classic. A lot of people gonna like, and I put this in here because this is one of the first sci-fi movies I really liked, and this is back in the 80s. But it is a classic, and everybody knows this. Back to the Future. Now, this scene is so prominent to this movie because it sets up basically the whole movie.
Okay.
Because
the dinner,
this is the beginning dinner scene where he's at the table with his parents, and the mom's telling a story about how the mother and father met, and if they had done this would have happened, or what would have, and it's kind of foretelling everything, that happens in the movie, because when he goes back in the past, he's got to realize that my mom and dad need to meet at this dance and get their first kiss for me not to die.
Right. It's crucial. You're right.
So, and then the other dinner scene I like in that movie is when she hit him with the car and he woke up in her house.
Yeah, that was a good dinner scene.
And then his uncle is a baby and he's in the carriage and he looks at him and goes, "Better get used to them bars."
You better get used to them bars.
I'm going to jail.
So, again, Back to the Future, a classic. And that's a movie where, you know what? They should have stopped at the first one.
No.
And before, you like the sequel, like Back to the Future 2 and 3?
Well, 3, there was I like Westerns.
Oh God, it was so horrible. I couldn't.
Westerns.
You know what? Because again, like movies like, and The Matrix did it too. Like movies like The Matrix, Back to the Future, where we're bending that timeline. The first Terminator. It's like, okay, you did it. It was a success. Let it go. Why do we keep doing sequels, 1, 2, 3 versions? It's just it's too much.
But
That's
the
all I'm
second
saying.
Matrix, he was like flying. He was like beating a bunch of people at the same.
Too much. Because then it's just a money grab. But
And
here's
so
the
you think
thing.
They should have stopped the Porkies.
Exact. Oh gosh, yes. If even that. Here's the thing, though. Before we get to the number one movie, because that's where we're headed. Before we get to the number one movie scene, and I think everybody knows what that is. I think that's a pretty easy one.
I don't think they do. I don't think they know.
Oh gosh, come on. But because I know we had a few in the comments, but if you could tell us in the comments some of your favorite ones. We had Redemption, the Chinese mafia restaurant scene. There was another scene.
Christmas
somebody-
Vacation.
Christmas
Oh, no,
Vacation,
National Lampoon Vacation.
and then Pulp Fiction. I think Kelly might have mentioned that, or maybe it was Juanita. I can't remember who we mentioned it. Mrs. Doubtfire, and I'm trying to think. I don't remember the dinner scene in there. Did you research that one?
Yeah, no, I remember that. That's when they're at dinner, and Mrs. Doubtfire's teeth come out
Okay.
in the middle of dinner.
All right. So
I can't do too much dirty.
So here we go. For the folks who are here with us, if you can put in the comments what you think on Kenny's list of movie dinner scenes, those classic scenes from movies.
Is it like
What?
our list?
Well, you do the list.
I
Like
know,
I said,
but
I'm here for the
let you see it
visuals.
first.
That's true.
Like if somebody doesn't like the list, then you just tell them it's Kenny's list.
Exactly.
But if everybody likes the list, now
Oh, it's our list.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
I do the list and I run it by you before we do
okay.
the show. So that should be our list.
Okay.
You just don't want to take credit for that time I did that bad list for the other thing. See,
I'm just saying.
that ain't right.
All right. It's your list. I mean, our list. Sorry. All right. Let's look at the chat. See what chat is telling us what the number one movie scene from our list that you think.
Just a little work, just a little effort.
A little effort. Okay, I'm not seeing it in the chat, but I will say, and this again, we're going with the original, not the musical remake.
No, not that.
No,
Not that piece of trash.
that was okay. Thank you. We are getting.
I tried to watch that on cable, and I couldn't even get through it. I don't even think I got halfway into it. I was just like, "What?" It was.
Yeah. Well, we actually, my mom and I, we actually tried to watch it in a theater on Broadway
It was hard.
and did not enjoy it at all. But the scene we are talking
See,
about,
now, I'd
or
have
the
been
movie,
hot if I'd have paid a couple $100 to see it in theater in Broadway.
I don't think we paid a couple hundred back then.
Well,
But
all together
yeah.
with like travel and everything, like you paid a couple hundred, hotel, whatever. You paid a couple hundred.
yeah,
I'd been hot.
no, I don't think we paid that much.
Look, I get hot when I go to the
'Cause
movie on Sunday morning.
It was actually
and
it was a bus.
$9
It was
too
actually a
much.
group, and they came by bus from North Carolina to New York. We were already in South Jersey, so we just took a bus and came into New York for the play. So we only had to pay for the ticket. Anyway, we're talking about The Color Purple. We actually saw the Broadway musical version, the original, and I think because it ended so late and we actually missed our last bus back to South Jersey and had to figure out a way to stay in New York all night. So we were hanging out at the House of Blues till like 3 a.m, waiting for the next bus 6 a.m that we could take. It was a miserable night. Anyway, but memorable. Anyway, but from The Color Purple, and again, the scene we're talking about is when Miss Seeley kind of exerts her independence and lets Mr. know she ain't never asked him
Boy,
for
it was
nothing,
nothing.
including this sorry ass hand in marriage. And then Squeak jumps up. I'm going with shit.
Boy, you gonna let her sit here and talk to you like that?
Yeah, there was a lot going on.
Me and my kids gonna get together and whoop
your
your
ass. Oh, Ralph is weighing in saying Boomerang was the best of the list.
Yes,
That
we had
whip
that on the
scene had me in tears.
Yes, that will crack you up. Bang, bang, bang. Hey, Marcus. Hey, woman down in the office. Hey, woman down in the office. Got to do it.
Okay, he said it had him in tears when he first saw it, and I don't know. I would challenge everyone to actually look at that scene from the campaign
Yeah, the can. Oh man.
I think I want to go back and watch that whole movie. That was a little.
never
That was
Oh, the scene
disturbingly.
for the campaign. You gotta shut
It,
the mouth.
it was disturbingly funny.
Disturbing. Yeah.
I don't like the
funny.
fact that I laughed at it, but I did,
It's
and
one of the things that you laugh at. And you're like, man, I don't really want to laugh.
I don't. Yeah, I don't like myself
don't
for
wanna
finding
laugh
that
at this.
funny.
But this is just
But
not
there
my
you
kind
are.
of comedy. But it's funny. But anyway, The Color Purple, which everyone knows ends in the one scene that everybody know when she's in the car, when she leaves at the dinner,
Oh yeah. When
and
she-
the guy goes, "Nice meeting y'all." Good to
Nice
see
meeting
you.
y'all.
And then he walks out, and then she's up there.
It was those fingers.
What did she say? What she say? Until you do right by me,
See, everything you think about is going to fail.
everything you think about is good. And she did like the hands. It's
Yeah.
not. It's like the. I don't know.
That's the spell.
I think The Color Purple might have been when I realized I was totally in love with Whoopi Goldberg.
She had a powerful performance in that
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
There was
I
no
like- I'm
reason she
more
shouldn't have
the
got the award that year. I don't know. I was
Well,
so
yeah,
annoyed.
I know.
I have never watched Out of Africa, and don't get me on this tangent. I'm going to get
Oh,
off
don't
of it.
get on
Don't
that
get me on this
Because
tangent.
I'll get on
because-
there with you. Because ever since then, I haven't watched the Oscars at all.
Uh-oh.
That was the worst thing that
They
ever.
sit there like, my jaw been tight since
My job is
1984 when Whoopi didn't win that Oscar. My
I'm
jaw
telling
been
you.
tight.
And here's the problem, and they did it to Denzel too. You had these amazing performances that didn't get recognized. Now, Whoopi Goldberg's Oscar should be for playing Celie in The Color Purple,
Yes.
no doubt about it.
But she
Ghost
got it
was
for-
and it was crap. She should have gotten a Best Actress award for The Color Purple, as well as Denzel put in some spectacular performances prior to Training Day. Training Day was but some spectacular
Wait.
performances
Yeah.
in Malcolm X. Again, without that dolly shot, that damn dolly shot.
You and these dolly shots.
It's just Spike
I like
Lee.
the dolly shot.
I hate
I
it.
like the dolly
It's-
shot.
he's
Did you see the dolly
pandering.
shot at the end of a Black Klansman?
No,
There was a dolly shot right at the end. It was a nice little dolly shot.
I'm
man.
over it, Spike.
A dolly shot.
Lose
He
the
did
damn
do
dolly.
the right thing.
And again, had he done it and do the right thing and just left it there,
Wasn't
I'd
that the
be
dolly
fine.
shot at the end of School Days with Lawrence Fishburne? And that was a dolly shot they did for Lawrence Fishburne at the end of the School Days.
somebody take
Wake up!
that dolly away from Spike. Just you see him coming on set and he about to do a dolly shot with that cat. You smack it out of his hand.
Little walkie-talkie. There goes Spike with the dolly.
Somebody move him out the way. All right,
You got it. All right, then we gotta stop him.
dude, we
I
should.
don't know. Trip is a little behind. I don't know.
What you gonna do? Spike's.
But Miss Silly at the end of The Color Purple.
I'm going with
I'm
Shug.
going. Yeah, that's
Yes,
what Ray Don Chong character.
Ray Don
said.
Chong, sweet.
I'm going with
I'm going with
Shug.
Shug.
I'm going to sing.
I'm going to say. I'm going with Shug. You ain't nothing but a heifer. What crack me up? What crack me up when the guy go, gotta go,
Shuts up the piano case.
gotta go.
That was funny. Anyway, good times, good movie scenes. And again, if you check our description, because again, if you're hanging around the YouTube's interweb spaces and hitting that like button and subscribing to our channel, also check out, because we have all the movies that we talked about tonight and links to watch some of those specific scenes. Next week, Kenny, what are we going to be talking about? And actually, I don't. Are we going to be? I won't be here next week, but we'll do a show next week because I got to be back at work.
Yeah. Okay. So next week, as a lot of people know, this month, March, is Women's Month.
Women's History Month.
Women's History Month.
Yeah.
So in honor of women and Women's History Month, next week we are going to be talking about the women with the biggest impact in comedy.
Haven't we done a show with
No,
comedians?
no, but not like this show. Because I'm going deep.
Okay.
I'm going deep.
All right.
I'm going Miles Mabley deep.
We go deep.
Lucille Ball
We don't get
deep.
no sleep.
I'm going deep into the women's comedy and the women that made it so, the women that can do comedy today. You know,
Okay.
we're gonna hit some milestones with this one. We're gonna hit some things. Y'all gonna look at me like, what is Kitty talking about? Because these just don't look funny, but it's gonna be funny.
All right. So next week we'll take a deep dive into the what?
Women with the biggest impact in comedy.
Okay. The impact, women with the biggest impact in comedy. After that, we had a show that was supposed to come up, and I think something else, it got bumped or whatever. No Laugh Track TV, where we explore some of your favorite comedies.
No, that wasn't
No?
the next show. No,
Okay.
the next show after that was going to be rating the different Supermen.
Oh, because when does the Superman movie come out?
It comes out around that time, I think. That's why I put that in. But you know what? We don't have to do that. Let's do. You know what? I don't know what we're going to do the week after next because I might come up with another topic that has to deal with women. Because you know what, women, I love you, all of them. Just saying.
Not just the gay ones.
See-
Okay.
see-
I'm sorry. I couldn't help it.
That hey, I'm okay with it. I'm okay. Everybody wants to ride a tricycle. Look, yeah. So I would like to do No Laugh Track TV.
Okay.
But well, I'll see. Let me see next week. Let me think about this.
All right.
Because we might have to. I mean, nobody seems enthused about the Rate Your Superman show. No one seems to. Every time I come up with a comic
Superhero
topic,
themed
nobody
show.
wants to talk about that. That's not pop culture to y'all. Y'all don't talk about that.
Sorry. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, you're not saying much. I'm just, can't talk.
All right. So my opening didn't work. I don't know if my closing will work.
Okay.
We'll try it.
Well, we'll be back next week and.
Thank you for geeking out with Kathy and Kenny.
Are we still live? Are we still live?
We're still alive. You know what? I was playing the exit and I didn't realize you didn't give a chance. See? You see the exit
I
playing?
see the exit on the screen. And
This is what happens when I stream without a stream
Oh.
deck. I need my
Oh.
stream deck.
okay.
I'm sorry.
All right. Thank you for watching us. Please come back next week. Please tell a friend. Like, follow, share, whatever you need to do. Until then, we'll see you next week. God bless you all and keep living peace.
As always, in parting, wish love, peace, and pop culture. So we will see you.
I can't.
Can I end it now?
And
or
please end it now.
are you sure?
I'm sure we're done, ain't we? I got nothing else to talk about.
Y'all still on.
We are still
I
on.
know, Mom.
Thank you for geeking out with Kathy and Kenny on Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture.